Hello and welcome to, if you're watching the read, this is the read for Monday. Monday being the new moon in Cancer. And so we're going to read the cards for this day like we would for the moon with my moon cards. Um, and we're just going to see. I'm kind of winging it a little bit. I did a little bit of research on this moon. Um, there's a lot going on right now um, with different energetic lineups. So it's kind of there's a lot of information out there. So if you are definitely looking at some serious moon work during this new moon in Cancer, I definitely would encourage you to like go dig a little deeper, although it's happening right now. So you probably just want to, have we'll give you the Coles notes here. So there's still a little bit of karmic clearing going on. As with, Cancer is represented by the moon, so it's in its own sign. So really heightened emotions uh, might be happening for you, particularly around the heart's desire, um, really trying to figure out what your heart's desire is. And for some, even having a major heart chakra opening. Um, so lots, like I said, lots of energy coming in. Um, Really, what I'm getting is, again, yeah, is spending the time to figure out, making sure that you're balanced, that you're in alignment, and working with heart chakra to find your inner peace and peace within, and how do you get there. So maybe your intentions for this moon is to just, write a plan of what you need. What is your heart's desire? Where do you want to see yourself going? Like those sorts of things. Um, is the interesting thing too with this moon is that it's also opposite Pluto. Pluto is the planet of death, life, and rebirth. And that's also the nodes are switching today. So the north and south node are moving every 18 months, they move into new signs. Um, the sign we're just coming out of was Taurus and Scorpio. And Scorpio, again, is death, purification, rebirth. So there is this real um, sort of like transition happening where it's definitely the old world and the old way of doing things. And we can see that out there. Stuff's collapsing like crazy. Um, and so we're in this phase with this moon, I would say. We won't be fully into these nodes. They've shifted into the signs of Aries and Libra, which we'll get into in a minute. But it's like this next couple days, I feel like is just going to be um, we've been preparing for the new, like all the karmic clearing and things we've gone through in the last couple months was just getting us to this spot. So it's kind of like we've arrived in a new place or city. We're traveling. Um, we're arriving in Aries and Libra. So there's all new things for us to learn and to do and to utilize the energy. Aries, of course, right, is it's new beginning. It's the first sign. It's where we start the journey of astrology. So lots of new beginning, but it's action. It's always about moving in a direction, and this one in particular is really about making sure our self mastery um, is at its peak. And what else did I want to say? Yeah. So then Libra is the balancing of all that energy, but also it's kind of funny because it's like Aries is kind of asking us to make sure we're working on ourselves, but at the same time, Libra is making sure we're balanced in our community, in our groups, in our relationships. So again, it's just that like final kind of thing of like we're still hanging on to people, places, habits, all of that that aren't serving us, you know, It's sort of that final last warning of like, you, if you want to increase your energy and where we're headed, we need to know your heart's desire, and you need to quit hanging on to the stuff that's not that's kind of holding you back. Actually, is what it's doing, right? And because we did all this work, when it was when the South Node was in Scorpio, that's all our shadow work that we've been doing. We've been doing 18 months of that. So it's nice to move into this new energy of being able to take action, but definitely make sure you're good to go before you embark on the adventure, right? So the adventure too is like I said, it's what is your heart desire? That's what this moon is. This moon is really about what does your heart desire? And uh, I would say, like honestly, like my plan for the moon tonight is to write it down. Like what do I really want to see? And the interesting part about it being in Cancer and with emotion is, again, we've talked about this before many times. Um, it's writing down how you want to feel. It's not about like I want to, a 10-acre property. Like I do want a 10-acre property or just away from the city. These are things I definitely, are in my heart's desire. But it's, I think, really asking us a lot about what do you desire to feel with your heart's desire. What would make you happiest? What feeling, right? Pure love, um, peace, inner peace, contentment. So it's kind of wishing more along the spiritual and the emotional lines for this moon. That's just my personal opinion, but that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. So I'm going to be focusing less on, there'll be some elements I want to put in, like, part of my life right now that I feel like would make it easier for me to connect and do my heart's desire is having to work less but make more so I have time to do things, right? Like it's such a dichotomy, but I'm gonna write it out tonight. That's my big plan. The other thing I wanted to do is we're gonna read the moon as we always would, but I'm gonna draw one card instead of like from the other decks I use for the overall message, but I'm going to use the Divine Feminine Oracle here because that's also a big part of this moon, right? When the moon is in her home sign of Cancer. So it's doubling it up, but that's very much the divine feminine shining through. So let's see what the overall message for that is. That one's okay. We got, I don't know, Catherine Labore. I think I said that right. The patroness of miraculous healing. I am ready to heal. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. Yeah, and it's just like I can feel it right here. It's just like this is pure emotional healing. I know for sure I can speak for myself. Like this last couple of weeks it was all like emotionally based things coming up to transmute, transform, um, and deal with, right? Um, so yeah, so if that's been happening to you, I also know it's been happening to lots of people in my work and friends and community. So it's yeah, let's spend this moon focusing on our heart, um, filling it with love, and yeah, and just trying to make sure we're aligned and balanced and um, and operating from a place of peace and love. So the meditation that will follow, if you're watching this as just the moon read, it's actually going to focus on the chakras because I've also been getting this week that we need to tune into those chakras and make sure they're in alignment as well because it is going to matter as we go through this week in particular. So I feel like, yeah, this week's a bit of a trying to realign to peace, to love, but also and healing any of that shadowy crap that came up during the last couple of weeks for you. Um, yeah, because it's also, someone told me too, it's like this is almost the midway point too between the next eclipse, between the two eclipses. So that we're kind of feeling a little bit of that energy kind of coming back in where it's like rocking the boat a bit. So, but only to the point that it's just making sure that we're staying on top of things. We're not, we're not asleep at the wheel, and just letting whatever happens happen. We still need to be cognizant of our energy, and and be, you know, being, so that we're able to, so that we manifest things as well that we actually want, right? We want to be manifesting stuff we don't want. All right. Um, So with this moon, like I said, I did a little bit of research. Obviously, I've talked for 11 minutes and haven't drawn one card. But I wanted to really see if we could rely on the cards for this reading, and get them to tell us what this overall new moon in Cancer really represents for us. Ooh, that one flipped over fast. Okay. Oh, that's so funny. I love that. Yeah, it's kind of like I suspected. Let's see. Okay, what's the overall themes of this moon? Okay, the first, I'm going to read them backwards only as I am, because it makes more sense. Um, so we got two at the end. We got your commitment is being tested. So now I'm not seeing this in like, like it's testing. It's kind of like I'm just hearing it's like, it's more like a nudge. Keep doing the work. Don't stop. Like we have to be committed to this. We can't, like I said, we can't just fall asleep at the wheel and come what may. Like we still got to be doing this work, right? And I'll read this one last because so we also got the full moon in Cancer, which is the opposite of this moon, but a personal issue reaches resolution. So I think again, this is also pertaining to that nodal shift, is that um, we've been really going through that shadow work as we, you know, as we transmute and transform the old and into the new, and we're just really at the precipice of heading into the new. So go easy on yourself too, right? I think I beat myself up all the time. I'm like, I should be there. We should have this done. Like, why is this taking so long? That's a whole other subject, um, but it's just like go easy on yourself. Like this transition is happening. It is not a speedy process. We also got, which is funny, it's time to release negativity. So definitely clearing out the last of that karmic shadow garbage that we don't need. Um, I'll point out that it's in Scorpio too. While the moon isn't in Scorpio, the nodes are shifting from, or the north or south node, sorry, is shifting from Scorpio into Libra, which was our shadow work period. So anything that isn't serving that came up with that, definitely a time to let it go. And then we got last but not least, and the best, is exactly where we're headed. A new start is coming. This is, and again, this pretty much looks like a fully new moon, right? Void of light. The new moon, yeah, a new start is coming. Yay, that's what this moon means. It's pretty good when they line up like that, but it's just like make sure you know that, you know, things are being resolved. You're still being asked to do the work, and release that negativity. So I know sometimes that's a lot, right? Okay, let's see. I always read these guys as just kind of like, again, confirmation of what's going on for this moon, what we need to look at, the hidden realms. Yeah, I like to look in the dark corners during the moons. But it's funny because they're not really dark. These cards aren't necessarily dark. Ooh, okay, these all came out together. So we're going to read the, let's see. Okay. So the first card is the Hungry Ghosts, which is obsession, scarcity consciousness, and attachment. It's no different than what we just said. It's like there's still some negative stuff that all of us are hanging on to. Um, Scarcity consciousness that doesn't necessarily have to be a monetary thing. It can be love, it can be peace, all of these things. So there's some definitely be doing the work around this moon to see again. It's those fine details. What are still the things that are tripping us up? Um, and it's funny because it's drawing me right back to that divine feminine card. And it's, it's something about healing, right? It's something about healing our emotions and there's just one thing or two things, that we're still attached to that we just can't let go of. But like, honestly, if we want to be part of this, if we want it to shift and we want it to change, we have to you have to be part of the change. You can't just like, yeah, sit back and not be the change. You have to be part of it. So um I would encourage you, because I'm just speaking to myself here. It's like we got to start letting this stuff actually go, like actually letting it go. Because that's really funny, because I'm going to read these slightly out of that. We also got the River Queen, which is flow. It's flow, letting go, and natural movement. Um, because we are, yeah, it's just like this, the Aries node thing too is like it's taking action. We don't have to run full tilt into battle here, right? It's just like now is the time where we start to take the steps. And as we start this journey, we realize, hey, you know what? This pack or this jacket I'm wearing, I, I don't need it anymore. It's too heavy. It's time to just like leave it here on the path and continue on. We'll just use that analogy. We also got the spiral dancer. I can never say this word, circuitous movement and perception. I always read this card though as like, this is life. We're going to keep ascending up. It's just a spiral. And there's going to be moments where it's fast and there's going to be moments where it's slow, and it's just meant to happen. So I always feel like this is the universe unfolding, and just again go with the flow and naturally move through it. Don't try to like run too fast or like move too slow or not move at all, right? Just start to take the steps. We're starting to take the steps. Because the overall card we got is the cosmos, right? Creativity and vastness. This card is always just like, it's just like, this is the universe. This is happening. We all get to participate in this. And so, you know, we have to really work hard, I think, in the next few weeks, not to be our own worst enemy. Because the biggest thing holding us back is just us, right? So, yeah, again, it's another week of keep doing the work, but it's almost like a little bit of like refining the work, really looking for peace and love, and where we want to head, and just making sure you've really let go of a bunch of stuff. All right, let's take a look. I always use these cards for the moon um, as sort of advice cards. So 3 advice cards on, you know, what we should do for the moon. Yeah. Yeah, it's all it's just purely 100% uh, do the work. But here we go. Okay. Reflect on your priorities. So that is going right back to the point of this moon. But priorities in this case is heart's desire. What is your heart's desire? What is your heart's desire? I think that's just like put that as the question at the top of the page and just free form write and from the heart. Reflect on your priorities. We'll read that last. Assess the situation. Again, it's sort of like we're taking stock of like, where are we right now? Where do we want to be? I can't say it any different than that because that's what this, we're asking specifically, like, what is this moon for and what are we supposed to be doing? And then the last one is make time for self love, heart opening, heart awakening. Yeah, we need to be sitting with ourselves and our heart and listening and asking it what it wants and listening and taking that answer down and then making a plan to how we get there, right? It's one thing just to sit here and do heart chakra work and open it and infuse it with love. Those are all good practices. But we still, what we're being asked to do right now with this moon and ourself is really be clear about what we want to feel, and what we want to, yeah, it's the feel, what emotion, um, and how do you get to inner peace? What creates inner peace for you? What emotions, what feelings, what situations? Yeah. So that's what I'm getting for this moon. So, do I need to do any other cards? No, we need to move on with the week. Um, but if you're watching this in the week read, this was Monday. And if you are watching this as part of the actual read for the moon, there will be a meditation coming up for Tuesday. All right, we'll see you on the next read. Beginning, as we always do, finding yourself in a comfortable position, slowing your breath, closing your eyes, and breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth 3 times. Walking through the forest, it is night, the sky above filled with stars. Lightning bugs flicker all around. Finding a mossy, soft bed upon the ground, lying down, closing your eyes, breathing again in through the nose and out through the mouth 3 times, sinking your consciousness in to the soft, mossy ground to prepare for this healing. Below you, you feel and connect with the earth. Feel yourself being deeply rooted into Mother Earth, connected and held in balance by the crystal energy of hematite. This magnetic stone helps us to stay grounded and secure. At base chakra, or root chakra, residing at the base of our tailbone, we infuse this chakra with ruby red healing energy and light. We ask for this chakra to be cleansed, cleared, and healed. We ask to be grounded and feel safe and secure. We ask for this now in all directions of space and of time. And so it is. Giving thanks, breathe, and ground. Now moving up to sacral chakra, just above the tailbone and below the belly button, infusing this chakra with orange carnelian energy and light. Here we ask for the chakra to be cleansed, cleared, and healed. We ask for our masculine and feminine energy to be in balance and to restore our creativity. We ask this now in all directions of space and time, and so it is. Giving thanks, we breathe and we create. Next, we have solar plexus chakra in the middle of our belly. We infuse this chakra with yellow citrine energy and light. We ask now for this chakra to be cleansed, cleared, and healed. We ask that our ability to take action be strengthened, and that it is so in all directions of space and time. And it is so. Giving thanks, breathe in, and we illuminate this chakra in joy, the joy of life. Moving now to heart chakra in the center of our chest. We infuse this chakra with the light and energy of green jade. We ask here to be cleansed, cleared, and healed at heart chakra. We ask to envelop our heart center in peace, unity, and above all, in love. We ask to heal this chakra in all directions of space and time. And it is so. Giving thanks for the healing. Breathe in love. Exhale all fear. Moving up now to throat chakra at the front and center of your neck. The voice box resides here, and we infuse this chakra with turquoise energy and light. We ask that this chakra be cleansed, cleared, and healed. We ask for assistance in discovering our truth and being able to speak that truth. We also ask to enrich our ability to truly listen to others and their truths, and to be able to use discernment. We ask for this now and this healing in all directions of space and time, and so it is. Breathe, giving thanks, and just exhale and rest. Now moving up to brow and third eye, in our forehead between our eyes. We infuse this chakra with blue lapis lazuli light and energy. We ask now for an increase in our awareness, our knowing, and our intuition. We ask that this chakra be cleansed, cleared, and healed in all directions of space and time. And so it is. We give thanks, and we breathe, and we know. Moving up to crown chakra, just above the top of our head. infusing this chakra with amethyst healing light and energy. We ask for our connection to source energy to be strengthened. We ask also to cleanse, clear, and heal this chakra in all directions of space and of time. And it is so, and so it is. Giving thanks for this healing, breathe and connect to Source. Now, moving up just above the top of the head, there is a quartz crystal above you. This crystal now showers down clear drops of light, giving a final cleanse through all the chakras. Like a shower of energy, it purifies, heals, cleanses, and clears all chakras. And it is so in all directions of space and time. Breathe. Give thanks for this healing. And rest. And now returning your focus, heart center. This time, a rose quartz crystal resides at the center of hearts. Allow the energy of this crystal, this quartz rose, to expand and grow, creating an energetic field around all of the chakras. This soothing rose quartz love energy, sealing you and your chakra body in its field of love and protection. Taking in a nice, big, deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Carrying this protection and love with you through your day or your night. And once again, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth 3 times. Bringing your focus back into your space of meditation. Feeling cleansed, cleared, and healed in all directions of space and time. Feeling loved and protected and filled with joy. Bringing yourself back fully into your body. And then when you feel ready and you're back fully in your body and space of meditation, you may open your eyes.